What is up, YouTube? It is Wednesday. We are 3.3 weeks out from the show. Weighed in this morning at 230.4. So I've been hovering around between 230 and 232 so far this week. 230 flat was Sunday morning. And then I believe Monday morning was 232.4. Yesterday, I think I was 231 flat. Today, 230.4. But anyways, the scale shouldn't be everything. Like pretty much any part of your fitness journey, whether you're cutting or bulking or just trying to maintain your, recomping, as they say. But it should just be a tool to kind of measure and track, just to use it. Like I said, just another tool to help you guide your nutrition and training and cardio and all that. That being said, I feel like I'm seeing changes daily now to my physique. Definitely finding more and more objects that I can't sit on for too long because I have no fat in my ass, and I don't have a lot of ass in general, so there's not even a whole lot of meat to protect the bones. So even my cushioned wheelie chair, office chair at work, I can feel my butt bones through, which is an interesting feeling, especially 3.5 weeks out. I slept pretty good last night, so I feel good today. Today's shoulders. So it's one of my more favorite days of the week. As you can see, I do not have sleeves on today compared to yesterday. Freaking Simon Galfont, or Goliath, as he's known on social media, convinced me to wear the Alpha Elite mineral tea yesterday, to quote unquote burn more calories while I'm working out. But my perfusion, I think I talked about this yesterday, but my perfusion is a lot better than it used to be, so I don't sweat nearly as much. So my body's able to retain water within the cell a lot better. I also think that has to do with me increasing my potassium intake, and I'm pretty sure right now it's not even a 2-to-1, but pretty sure it's like a 1-to-1. But just trying to increase my potassium intake to help with just fluid balance and electrolyte balance in pumps and stuff. And we'll see how that goes the next week or so. We'll probably drop the extra potassium just to see what happens. But no real updates since yesterday. Yesterday was a weird day at the gym. Might add the clip like right here or something of this one dude. I don't know what the hell he was training, but like the lat pull down machine, like just the traditional lat pull down machine where you lock your knees in to like the little roller bar above your thighs, and you grab an attachment and you do a lat pull down. Well, this dude had his legs over the machine, like over the knee pad, and he was doing a very unique variation, one that I've never seen before in my life, to put it kindly. So yeah, I'll show that it's like 7 seconds. So I'll probably just show it right here. You can see for yourself. But yeah, that dude was weird. He was like in and out of the bathroom, like after every single set. You know, I don't know who did it, but someone literally they quote unquote re-racked their weights. They put the 45-pound plates, I guess, that they were using, literally leaned them up onto the peg where they're supposed to go. So they were literally like 99% of the way there, and then just gave up, which I feel like is very symbolic of how most people in our country are. You know, they just half-ass everything that they do. When to complete the job, it would have taken so little extra effort. Like, they already did the hard part. They already carried the 45-pound plates to the little tree stand thing. All they had to do was just put it on the fucking peg. I don't know. It's bizarre. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I got check-ins tomorrow with Ross. Unfortunately, he got some bad news yesterday about his back. I don't know the exact extent. I don't know if that means he'll need surgery. I'm pretty sure that it does, but you know, he hasn't told me directly, so I'm not gonna speculate. I'm not gonna speak for him. I know he shared somewhat specific information on his Instagram, but you know, that's his business. You know, I'm just of course concerned about him, and you know, always praying for him, thinking about him. Not just because he's my coach, but you know, he's my friend. You know, and I don't think those things have to be mutually exclusive for a client to be successful with their coach. Does it help? Sure. But I think it takes a special kind of person or persons to be able to differentiate between coach and friend within the same, you know, conversation, within the same context, within the same relationship. So I have clients that I for sure, not that I don't like them, but I wouldn't call them friends. They're my clients. They pay me for a service, and I provide that service to the best of my ability. And if they do what I say, they get results. And if they don't, then they find excuses. So, and I don't keep friends that find excuses. So that's why my actual friend group in real life is very small. But that being said, you know, Ross and I did start out just coach-client. That was pretty much it. With everything that I went through in the past couple of years, he was someone I was able to lean on, who was completely, you know, outside of the situation, and was able to give me some very objective thoughts and comments and just different ways of looking at what was going on, and helped me a lot through that time. But anyways, you know, I'm gonna continue to pray for him, and you know, I hope him the best. Not only because he's my coach and I still need him, but you know, he's a good dude, and I hate when bad things happen to good people, because it's it's not just, and it's not justice. And unfortunately, sometimes that's just the way the world works. But you know, he's got a good attitude. He's trying to stay positive and trying to, I'm sure, dive into work and dive into his clients and all that good stuff. So not only am I really pushing myself at the end of this prep for me, you know, I want to win, I want to put the best physique I can out there to give myself the best opportunity to win. But now I just have that extra drive because Ross is, you know, down and out for the count. So trying to, you know, if I win, you know, if I place well, if I do good, trying to let my victories, trying to allow him to live vicariously through my victories. So we shall see. Let's see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, you know, where we go in this next. It's 3.5 weeks, 3.3 weeks until the show, but I mean, really think about it. It's 2.3 weeks or 2.5 weeks until peak week. So, I mean, shit, it's really like 17, 18 days to get, you know, as much fat off as possible, because I really don't and I don't know if this is just how it normally goes, but I really don't want to do what I had to do last time, which was basically crazy. Not crazy, because I didn't do like any diuretics. I wasn't doing like 3 hours of cardio that week. But it just, in my mind, just as far as like total mass loss in 6 days last time. So I'm sure I've shared it before, but I started peak week last time in June at 236.2. And then the morning of the show, I was 229.2. So in basically less than 6 days, I lost 7 pounds, like scale weight 7 pounds. And yes, I brought my scale I use at home with me, so it was a true 7 pounds because I used the same scale. And that included driving to Houston, which we split between 2 days, and total drive time just one way there is like 15 hours. So we drove like 7 or 8 the first half, stopped in Alabama. All we did was we actually went to Topgolf when we got in, because there's one right by the hotel. We went to Topgolf for literally one whole hour, and I was done swinging in like 30 minutes. I was exhausted, because that was like Tuesday or Wednesday. It was Wednesday of that week. So yeah, like right in the middle of quote unquote peak week. But from my understanding, most competitors' peak weeks are fun because they get to carb up and you know, refill their glycogen stores and all their muscles and look full and everything. And I pretty much did the exact opposite. There's a lot of water. There was not really that much food. We kind of peaked, it felt like, more on just protein and veggies, which is weird. I mean, but it worked, obviously. I looked really good on stage, lost 7 pounds in less than 6 days. But from my understanding and from just watching and learning. It's kind of the opposite of what normally happens, where you normally you're depleted as you're wanting to get, or should get, you know, that by that Sunday before your show, and then that whole week you're, you know, loading. So we'll see what happens. I have no idea what his thought process is. I'm sure he doesn't even know right now. I'm sure it's going to be a kind of the last minute, last second decision, kind of based on what happens in the next, like I said, 17, 18 days. So all I can do is keep checking off the daily boxes. Knocked out my cardio this morning, 30 minutes, 15 on the Stairmaster, and 15 steep incline treadmill walking. At the gym, I've been doing the elliptical for 20 minutes after, and that hasn't been too bad. Just it breaks up the monotony of the types of cardio that I do, which is nice. And then at night, I've just been doing half and half Stairmaster and either treadmill walking or spin bike in the garage. Spin bike in the garage is nice because number one, you're literally just pumping your legs essentially. But number two, it's still hot as fuck in Florida, so I throw a hoodie on, jump on a Stairmaster for 10 minutes, keep the hoodie on, go in the garage, and just make sure my heart rate's between 120 and 130, and just pump away for 10 minutes. You know, I'm not trying to kill myself. I'm not doing like interval sprints. I'm not even doing sprints. I just set up, and it's one of those where it's a magnetic resistant spin bike, so you literally just like turn the knob kind of like in the middle of the bike, and it changes the resistance. So I found a resistance that works, where I can just kind of pedal along, and it doesn't feel like I'm working too hard, but keeps my heart rate up. And I just pretty much just watch YouTube. I've been on a big like Renaissance periodization, the RP channel. Big kick on that. Eric Janicki, Jared Feather, obviously Mike Isotel, but you know, that's the RP channel. Sometimes I'll watch like their training videos, like, you know, the tier list shit, or I'll just watch like the entertainment ones, like, oh, Dr. Mike critiques, you know, Sam Sulik's workout, whatever. And it's just kind of just a distraction while you're doing cardio, because cardio can be sometimes just mind-numbing. Linear movements, not really activating the brain too much. But yeah, and then I also just watch them to just get different ideas on how to do different exercises. Because, hold on, let me check my pre-workout real quick. So anyways, but yeah, just get different ideas on how to do different exercises, especially now that I'm going to this new gym and they have different machines. So I'm just trying to get, not that I need different exercises, but just trying to continuously learn and figure out what's the most optimal thing for any certain lift. But to be honest, it's just different ideas. I wouldn't consider myself a newbie anymore, but definitely not pro status. So always up for learning, always up for trying new things. I mean, and to be honest, right now, especially this deep into prep, in my opinion, sometimes if you've been doing the same exact workout, same exact, dude, it's red. These fucking idiots. I guess some of these Florida folks are colorblind. But so anyways, but yeah, if you're doing the same workout, same exercises, for months on end, yeah, you want to build that skill development, and you want to basically master the technique so you can, maximize your muscle gains for that particular exercise. But also, I have found in the 2 preps that I've done, sometimes if you've been doing the same workouts or the same exercises for months on end, regardless if you are seeing gains or whatever, sometimes they can just get stale and boring. And in prep, being stale and boring, in my experience, is not good. Because with all the shit that I'm taking, I'm not hungry at all. But if you are hungry and you're stale and bored, then you might start eating. You might start eating the stuff you're not supposed to eat. And then there's such thing as called novel stimulus too. So try a new exercise, it might literally just hit different. And so from there, and then it might hit different, and then you find that for whatever reason, that one specific machine, that one specific angle you do the machine, you just feel more tension, you feel more soreness after, you feel a better pump, you feel a better connection, and then boom, like now you've got a new exercise to throw into your routine, to your program, that you might not have before if you're just doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So yeah, that's why I watch all those videos. Just try to get some inspiration. Just trying to see how other people lift. Just what else is out there, pretty much. But a big reason is like working out at the Y for so long. I mean, shit, I was seeing the same damn people every single day, doing the exact same exercises, exact same tempos, exact same weights, and then looking the exact same all year long. And not like, holy shit, that dude's jacked and in shape all year long. Like, that dude's still fat. That dude's still scrawny. Like clearly what they're doing is not working, or they just don't care, which I have found to be the case quite often. Is people literally just go into the gym, I think, to say they went into the gym, which is fine. Guess that beats them being on the couch, scarfing down Netflix. Is that right? Scarfing down Netflix. It's a saying now. It's my saying. But anyways. Oh, man, I shouldn't have chugged that pre-workout. I'm heavy on my gut now. That's all right. So one good thing about when it's shoulder day, it's not very high CNS taxing, so it doesn't tax your entire system too much. So if your stomach's not feeling the greatest, or you eat too close to your workout time, it's kind of like, whatever. Unlike like leg day, I don't start lifting unless like my stomach is like light and tight and I don't feel any kind of weirdness in my stomach. Because if I start lifting on leg day, especially by the time I get to like leg press and hack squats, I'm probably gonna puke or shit myself. But anyways, don't have a whole lot of time to keep talking in the car. Just pulled up to the gym. So I'm gonna let you guys go. We're gonna knock out the shoulder day, knock out some cardio. And then, yeah, YouTube, I'll see you tomorrow on the way to leg day.